Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So about an hour ago, Miss Foodie Beauty uploaded a recorded video answering more of your questions honestly and openly. She's currently in a live stream right now. I dipped in for a second and it was pretty dull. So we're just gonna react to this video for now, and without further ado, let's get to.
Hello, Foodie Beauties. Ho, ho, ho. It's the holiday season, and what better gift to give someone you love than a personal video from me they can keep forever and ever. Get yours now. And yes, I am Muslim, but I can still wish you a happy holiday. Get your cameo today.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to continue the Q&A and some questions. I'm going to try to answer as many as I can. They're all mixed together now, so I don't know. I'm going to try to answer ones from, especially from regular Beezers and people who, just I know love me. And
So she's just going to answer questions from her Beezers and questions that she wants to answer, basically. So as we, assumed, these weren't going to be actual, like, question and answer videos. So, yeah, big shock.
go from there. Because, I owe it to them. You're here to support me, and the least I can do is answer your questions, Let's get to Miss Chad, can you sing for us? All right, sure. Let me see what I can do to add to your next video. I want to swing from the chandelier. The chandelier. Vanessa, shout out. If you could choose a superpower, what would you pick? Oh boy. I think shape-shifting would be fun. Yeah. I think I would pick shape-shifting. One day you just want to be a frog for no reason. You could be a frog, or like a platypus, or
a skinny lady.
Mystique from, X-Men. I don't know. It would just be cool power to have, I guess, But I guess the right answer would be to be able to turn inanimate objects, turn useless objects, I should say. Well, objects that are not sustainable for life, like Windex, into food or water for poor people. Something like that. That would be cool too. Okay, do you have any pet peeves? I could do a whole video on pet peeves, okay? But the one that just
I think she already has. Probably a couple.
comes to mind, I guess, is being in a grocery store and when people stop to read the nutritional facts on their tin of beans or whatever they're doing, ravioli, and they just block the entire aisle, and they're just they don't, it's like the world revolves around them, no consideration for other people in the store that might also want to get to their tin of beans and find out how much sodium is in them. They don't care.
Do you remember when Shantal was in Costco and she decided to use one of those electric scooters? And she was scootering throughout the store and buying just a bunch of crap, right? And then every time she would move, the scooter would just scream. And it was so loud. And she just kept giggling because she was so nervous and just full of anxiety. But instead of the anxiety giving her a push to all right, you're able to walk. It's going to be difficult, but you can do it. She just doubled down and just was hee hee giggling away. And then she was backing up. And then some other older man who worked at the store came up to assist her. It was so embarrassing and cringy. So of course, supermarket Chantal pet peeve. Yeah, no kidding.
They just don't care, and that's a huge pet peeve of mine.
So someone else could have used that scooter, someone who actually needed it, but instead Chantal had to use it. So after she had shamed Amberlynn Reed for using a scooter when she didn't actually really need it. So
what's your favorite childhood memory? I guess one of them would just be when my grandmother would take me to the park. With my mom too, but we would go visit my grandmother. She lived in Ottawa, and at the time we were living, I think in Cornwall at the time, my hometown, and there was this park not far away from her apartment building where she was, and it was a really fun park. It had the hugest jungle gym and all kinds of cool swings, and it was just I remember being a really nice, not too hot summer day. Although as a kid, I don't think I gave a crap about the weather, honestly. Hot or cold, whatever, being outside was fun. And yeah, I just remember going to the park. It was just so much fun. And
do you want to know how I know she's lying? You ready? Because she didn't mention food. And she has even said herself on many occasions that her only memories of childhood are from food. So that's how you know she's lying.
Yeah, so that's one of them. How do you and hubby cope mentally with all the unnecessary hate, and how does it affect your relationship? How do we cope? Honestly, I'm lucky to have a partner that is like mature that way. He'll make a snippy comment here and there, but it doesn't affect him. Like, it affects him way less than it even affects me. And people say really nasty things about him on the daily, and he just doesn't care. And as for me, like, you know, other than like the blatant hypocrisies of Gore World and people interfering with my real life and stuff like that, coming from my family, that kind of stuff, like real life stuff, if it's on the internet, all I have to do is log off. And I also just consider the source, you know, like, I'm not going to care what some of these people think about how I look. Like, you know, I'm sure you can understand why. I consider the source of where it comes from, and it just really just doesn't, you know, it doesn't really bother me. So it doesn't affect our relationship, other than we do have disagreements sometimes, like on whether I should address something or not. And yeah, like, he generally doesn't think that I should be addressing any haters.
So every time she comes on and live streams and starts bitching about reaction channels or whoever in general, right? That means that her and Salah had a discussion about it and she won. Think about how many times she mentions reaction channels. Just think.
Especially in videos and community posts and stuff like that. But other than that, you know, it doesn't really affect our relationship at all. Can you go live, AM Beezer? That counts as a question, right? Hope you're well. Oh, sorry, the cat was blocking. Yes, I will definitely try to go live as soon as possible. I miss you guys. Is there an amusement park you can go to nearby? It would be very interesting to see an amusement park food in Kuwait. There are some, yeah. There's Winter Wonderland that just opened up for the season. There's also Hawali Park. We did go to that. We did get some food, like a tornado potato, and I don't know about anything else, but maybe a sundae. So yeah, we definitely can go to some at some point, yeah. How do you manage Ramadan? I think you're probably meaning in terms of the fasting. So the first year I was with Salah, I did do the fasting, and it's just become harder. Like, the last Ramadan, I didn't fast for all of it. Like, I had to stop fasting because, you know, even doctors were like advising, like, if you have diabetes, even like Islamic scholars, they agree, like, if you have diabetes or an illness that prevents you from fasting, there's nothing wrong with that. And being diabetic, having to take medication that you need to take with food, it's hard to fast for that long. So yeah, that's how I manage. If you had to pick an animal to get eaten by, would you choose a shark, bear, or a tiger? That's so weird. I don't know. I would prefer not to get eaten. You know, but probably a tiger, because I love cats, and I would probably, you know, my last view would be of a cute freaking tiger snout right in my face. Is marriage like you pictured? What were your biggest struggles adapting to married life? Yes, baby. She knows. No. Married life, even though I've been in like long-term relationships, I've never been with I don't know if it might be like a cultural difference thing, like being married to somebody from, you know, Arab culture, Arab Muslim, being married to somebody from, you know, Arab culture, Arab Muslim culture. So I guess there's like an adjustment there, being, you guys see how I was, you know, non-hijabi, non-Muslim, completely free, independent. So it was an adjustment sharing my life, and with someone like a husband, it feels more like a family, like the type of love he has for me, in terms of it's like a more intense love. I can't explain it. It's a more caring, like a deep level of caring, like the way he cares for me. I've never like felt that before. So, and like the way I've changed my like love language a bit, like, because I have like, I guess, expectations as a wife, like he has expectations as a husband. So going from somebody who just never really had like a wife role, I have that now, and it's definitely been an adjustment, and it still is, you know, like my Personality will always be my personality, but I can't be selfish like I was when I was single. I have another person to consider when it comes to like just decisions in life, like, you know, life decisions, financial decisions, even what to have for dinner, stuff like that. You know, I can't just go and be like, I'm gonna get paneer, screw you, like whatever you want, you know. It's not like just like that anymore, you know. So there's adjustments, but it's also a good thing, you know. It's a good thing to have someone. I feel more like secure going through life and more support. And yeah, so to answer that question, do you and Salah ever face racism or criticism in Kuwait as an interracial couple? No, never. People are like very nice and welcoming anytime we've encountered anybody. You know, like there's a lot of expats here, like it's mostly expats here, so it's not like you guys think, you know. So no, I've never encountered anything other than really nice, friendly people here in Kuwait. Are you a flat earth believer? No, not at all. I mean, I just don't know what to say. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't have any reason to believe the earth would be flat. Wouldn't we eventually fall off of it? Like, if something is flat, it's going to have an edge, right? So I think the earth is designed perfectly. To me, it's another sign that God exists because, you know, it keeps us from falling off, really. So, and I mean, the pictures you see from space, from astronauts, like, I don't believe in a lot of conspiracy theories either. So, yeah, I really don't think. I think it's obviously round. What do you think your best feature about yourself is? Does Salah agree or does he think something else? I really don't know my best feature. I think what one of them would be like non-physical, would be the ability to make people laugh and to entertain people. So I think that's one of them. I think Salah definitely agrees with that. But the thing he says the most is he loves my kind heart. Like he finds I'm just so loving towards him.
Total fail. Yeah, I had the mic muted. Sorry, guys. I was just saying, kind-hearted would be something I would not peg Shantal as having a kind heart.
And it's like a type of caring and loving he hasn't experienced before from a woman. So that's his words. And so I guess that would be what he loves the most about me, like other than physically, you know. So yeah. If you had the ability to go into the past and undo any one thing that you've done, what would it be? Oh boy. I don't know, because I think every mistake we make in life brings us to where we are now, and I'm very happy with where I am.
Stupid thing keeps muting itself. Sorry. Really, you wouldn't say Nodder? Come on now.
I've stopped because my life is not perfect, but I've stopped. Whose life is perfect? I've stopped placing happiness in the hands of perfection. So you'll never be happy if you wait for perfection, by the way. So I think if I could erase some things, it would be probably things that have hurt people, you know, anything that I've done to leave a hurt stain, I guess, for lack of a better term, on anyone's life would probably be it. But I don't know how that's possible to fully erase. We're all human, the same. We all sin the same.
No, we do not all sin the same. Sorry, but no.
We all, you know, hurt people at one point or another. I think it's inevitable. Especially since people get hurt by different things, but I think it would probably be something like that. I can't really pinpoint anything. I don't want to really get into it, but it would probably be something like that. Please do for content Kuwait public scale. Big cream. I should have never mentioned it. What would you change about your life in Kuwait if you could do anything over there? Would you learn to drive, make some friends? Yeah, Bailey. Hey girl, I have made some friends, so that was nice.
Really? If you had made any friends, you don't think we would know about that by now? Come on.
Upcoming plans, which is also nice.
Ooh,
learn to drive.
plans.
I mean, I could technically, but I don't know. I think I've just had Salah be in like control of the driving for so long that it would feel weird.
I'm telling you, she's gonna lose her ability to actually be independent anymore.
What would I change? Honestly, I don't think anything really that I can think of. Honestly, the summer. Yeah. I really can't. Do you miss being able to drive anywhere you want to? Next question. Sometimes, yeah, but it's not like Canada here, right? So it's not like I'd be driving down places that I really enjoy because I don't really know the place. So I'd be always stressing. It wouldn't be the same kind of relaxing drive vibe. So when I go to Canada, I'll be able to drive, like when I visit and stuff. Question, are you Sunni or Shia? Sunni Muslim.
I wonder if if you like picked up Shantal from where she lives right now and dropped her off like 5 miles away without her phone, would she like know how to get home? I mean, you know.
See, why do you think you're so impulsive? Okay, let's see. Why do you think you're so impulsive? Is that something you've ever explored during therapy?
Nope. Because she never gave it enough time, so that's a no.
Yes, actually. I think it was like a CBT technique where you like wait 10 seconds or like a certain amount of time before you act on something. I honestly think a big part of it is just like my astrological sign is Aries, and we're like,
you know,
#1 for being impulsive. But if you don't believe in that, I don't know.
I'm an Aries as well. And yes, while I am impulsive, it has never been such an issue that I use it as an excuse for anything real in my life. Okay. And the fact that she always mentions the fact that she's an Aries is so cringe because it's like, girl, there's a lot of Aries people out there and we are not like that. So no, that is not a thing.
It's just a personality trait that I have. Like I just am impulsive. It's hard to change because it requires you to not be impulsive to change it, you know? So it's like...
It requires just a little bit of maturity and just growing up and becoming an adult, learning how to manage your feelings and emotions. It's not that difficult. Like, you know how to read, you know how to comprehend words so you could learn things and teach yourself better techniques if you don't want to go to therapy.
I don't know why I'm impulsive, but I am. And I've tried to change that in therapy, yes. And sometimes it works, most of the time it doesn't. I think it has to do with just an overwhelming emotional response to something and acting out on that emotional response. So I think learning more emotional intelligence, which is something also that I was starting to learn when I was seeing a naturopath, very briefly. And they were going through like that kind of thing with me. I was seeing a naturopath and it was at that same office where they had the therapy, like the CBT therapy. And they were talking about the emotional intelligence part. Sorry, got that confused. I've seen many people. Pajami Mama, Beezer, hi Shantal, you looked great. If there were 3 things you could change right now, not food or exercise, to enhance your everyday lifestyle, what would they be? Oh boy. Honestly, Pajami, I don't know. I guess I can't answer that. I can't think of anything other than, you know, improving my health through food change and exercise that would improve my lifestyle. And I can't even begin to imagine. Like I said, I heard somebody who lost a lot of weight and improved their life and through their health. Because like really health is #1. I don't want for anything in life other than health because, you know, like mashallah, anything we want really I could have. I mean, other than like a super yacht or something, which I don't even really care about. But yeah, like for me, health, like definitely those are the things I would want. I saw somebody say to like, you don't realize how much of life you're missing out on until you become healthier. And that's just pretty...
I said that the other day.
Much. I'm sure
She doesn't listen to us. Trust me. She doesn't know we exist. It's nice down here, you guys. I like it down here. It's quiet.
I can't even imagine what kind of doors, what kind of avenues will open up for me if I just can succeed at it, getting healthy or losing weight. So it's
a whole different world. Anyone that has been heavy and has lost a lot of weight and you get to do anything you want. Like, there's like literally nothing holding you back except your own fear, you know, because it's like I can physically do anything now pretty much. I'm not going to go jump out of an airplane, but if I wanted to, I could. I'm healthy enough now, you know. It's crazy, but it is a nice feeling.
That's the key to my life, to a better life for me. Thanks for the question. Why did you convert or revert to Islam? I don't know if I started answering that one last time. I have to do like a whole video on that, but I guess
you did. God, you did. You mentioned it so many freaking times. So I'll mention it again, please.
That's essentially just based on the belief, you know, the belief in...
Salah wouldn't have married her unless she pretended to be a Muslim. That's it. She had to pretend to be a Muslim to get married. That's it. Period.
The Islamic teaching in the Quran and basically the messenger of Allah, the messenger of God in Muhammad, peace be upon him. There's minor differences. Like going from Christian, I guess, to Islam is, you know, the belief that God is the all-powerful, all-merciful being that, to me, just didn't have a mortal son. I don't believe that Jesus was God and that God had a son. That's the major difference for me with between Islam and Christianity. Although,
I feel like she like repeated that verbatim.
you know, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, they're all very much similar, and they all mention each other. Like in the Quran, like, you know, the Torah and the scriptures, the holy scriptures or whatever, the Bible, it's all mentioned in there as well. So there's just like little minor differences, but just in a nutshell, there's just some things that made more sense to me in Islam. And there's just been some little signs that I've had. You know, I've made some dua, some prayers to Allah that, you know, that have worked out in my favor. And there's just little...
Now she's saying she prayed and it worked out in her favor. I thought her prayer wasn't our business. But now here she is talking about it. So if you mention it ever again, screw you, you know?
Signs that I feel God's presence around, and especially, you know, just a belief in God, like in one God. That's another major thing about Islam, is you believe
God has turned his back on this freak show a long, long time ago.
in one God. And, you know, if you look at creation, like I was just talking about the earth being perfectly round, stuff like that, you look at creation and the creation that we're on, and it's like almost impossible not to believe that there's a creator, an intelligent creator.
Is anyone listening to what she's saying? I'm not going to pull it back, but if you want to repeat it, go ahead. It's like she's pulling the first couple sentences out of like different paragraphs of something, like just random talking points with no explanation as to why she's feeling this way. Whatever.
The world didn't just create itself. You know, that's my belief. Okay, I'm going to end with this question, and it's an important one. Are you happy? Just want to see you happy and relaxed and people leaving you alone. Thank you. That's nice to be so considerate of my feelings. To me, happiness is fleeting. It's not a constant state of being. But yes, in general, I am very happy with my life, what I have. I feel like it would be horrible for me not to be, considering there are so many with so much less, people who would die to have what you have. Just think of it that way.
That's not what the question is. See, again, she always has to use some kind of competition. And like, I have this, but other people have less. So like, asking if you're happy is not having to compare yourself to less fortunate people, you know? That's a telltale sign that she's not happy. If you just can't say yes, if you have to make some kind of caveat, or like, if you have to explain yourself right off the bat, the answer isn't yes.
So I'm very blessed with the blessings I've been given by God, and everything I've done in life to bring me to this point. I'm grateful for everything. So yes, in that sense, yes. Of course, I'm not happy all the time because I still have struggles and personal things I deal with and circumstances that happen beyond and within our control. As for people leaving me alone, I think that will never happen. I think, you know, especially being, you know, online and in the public eye, not everyone's going to like you. It's not going to happen. So, or agree with you. And because of that, they don't like you, or they don't understand you, or they just can't get over things that you said or did in the past, or whatever, or they make money off of you being miserable, stuff like that. So there's not going to be people ever leaving me alone. You know, hating me on the internet is a very lucrative business, unfortunately. So that's just not going to happen, but I'm okay. I can assure you, I don't come off of the internet and cry myself to sleep. You know, God willing, I'm not going anywhere.
See, all she wants is what we have on her side. I'm not trying to put it like it's us against her. That's not really it. But if there was a competition, if this was a football match, we would be on one side. Shantal and a couple other people would be on the other side, right? There's a lot of people on the side, right? That's all she wants. She wants to be able to go to battle and feel empowered. Like, oh, look at, I've got all these people. Like right now she's got like fucking your mama. That's it, right? Like that's pretty much the only person that I know of really that likes her, that, you know, so it's in that way that that's what she wants. And that, in my opinion, she wants an army behind her. She doesn't care about us. Like, I think she actually wants us here because it gives her a focus. It gives her anger a very clear-cut focus, because let's face it, sometimes our community, and I'm talking about this side of the football match, and I will put myself in there 100%, we could be pretty vicious. We could say some mean and nasty things sometimes. And again, I have said some mean things, okay? But she just can't compete. She can't keep up, and there's no one there to help her along the way. And I think that's what she desperately craves, because if she could have like a fair match, a fairer match, she would want us around forever. Trust me on that one.
Unless this is really not the path he wants for me, but yeah, I feel like I was meant to be here. I think I was meant to like entertain people somehow, no matter what that is. I don't know. I really like using my voice to make people laugh and just have a good time. And bees, I invented beezing. Beezing is a very, very important part of life. So the earlier you accept this, the happier we'll be.
And look what it'll get you, ladies and gentlemen. It'll get you this.
The happier we'll be. That's it for now. I think there's some questions left. There's some I don't want to answer, that I won't be answering. Things that I just don't feel like talking about, or that are just a bit personal. It's nothing personal, nothing against you, and I appreciate you asking. You're allowed to ask whatever you want. I'm sure people are very curious, and I can't blame people for being so curious about things, especially personal things, because you know, my life used to be an open book online. I shared everything, even my body, you know, and I have such a different opinion on that now, and viewpoints on things that even just like 2 years ago, I would have never imagined I would have these points of views. But I also feel like I've gotten older, and I don't just mean body-wise, which I do feel, but also mentally, like matured in a way. I mean, I still laugh at stupid potty humor sometimes and stuff like that. I mean, do
you remember these two guffawing in the desert? I do.
Matters. Like in regards to life, you know, when it comes to like partying and just showing every part of my body and stuff like that, you know. So I have different mindset when it comes to that stuff. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I guess that's it. And thank you for listening. Thank you for asking the questions, guys. And I'll see you in the future. Bye.
Well, that was her latest recorded video. What did you guys think? I thought that was a giant nothing burger, to be honest. Pretty dull, pretty predictable, and pretty performative, if you ask me. That's what I give it. I give it a D- because I learned nothing, basically. Let me know what you guys thought of the video. Did you think the questions were fair? Do you think it was fair that she only asked her Beezers for answers, or what? Will there be a part 3? Does it matter? I don't think so. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. I will see you guys in the flip side. On the flip side? In the flip side? On the upside down? Whatever that's called from Stranger Things. Anyway, I am headed out. I'll see you guys later. And yeah, have a great evening.